It has been a while since an MMORPG has brought me to my knees, making me beg for more. Yeah, Skyforge is just that good. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chad from Game Review HQ, and today we're gonna take a look at Skyforge. A AAA third-person MMORPG developed by Alod's team and published by My.Games, Skyforge raises the bar of what an MMO should be. From the start, Skyforge is everything you'd expect from an MMO. It's got people, lots of quests, a decent leveling system, and it's got a whole lot of ways to help you get cash. But then it adds so much more to the formula by creating systems that one doesn't always see in MMORPGs. First, you got the character. Here in Skyforge, you are a god, or rather, an immortal trying to achieve godhood. You aren't omnipotent or omniscient, but simply blessed with the gift of immortality and the amazing technology offered in the land of Aelion. The story of Skyforge is a lot like 300 or God of War, or maybe a mix of both, because you start off with these cool 300-ish scenes, but then you realize that apparently you're gonna be a god, so there's the God of War elements there. Anyway, you can only have one character per account per server, meaning if you switch servers, your character will be left in the other server, including with all the inventory, the trophies, and basically everything that that character is all about. However, your character has access to all the classes available in Skyforge, so basically all you need is just one. Classes in Skyforge are divided into three roles: the tank, the support, and the damager. From the onset, you have three classes: so the Lightbinder, which is your support, the Paladin, which is your tank, and the Cryomancer, which is your damager. I picked the Cryomancer because the forum says that it's a good class to start with in this game because it requires you to move and basically experience all the dynamics that Skyforge has to offer. The character creation system of this game is in-depth. It's comparable to Sims 2 or Saints Row 3, I guess. You got adjustments for body type, body features, and yes, that includes boobs too, hair, facial features, skin color, basically almost everything that you might want to customize, you can customize. And if you change your mind about your character's appearance, feel free to visit the plaza and talk to Quinta, the stylist. Skyforge has a unique leveling system called the Ascension Atlas. It allows you to learn more skills, talents, additional passive stat bonuses, and even unlock class progression. For each unlocked points, you will receive prestige points that reflects the degree of character development. What makes this leveling system unique is not that it's XP that you need to unlock the nodes in Ascension Atlas. It's resources. The rubies of strength, the emeralds of life, and the sapphires of knowledge. These are the main things you need to progress throughout the Atlas. Don't worry though, there are a lot of missions throughout the Aelion that will offer you these resources as rewards for completing them, or you could just get them via monster drops. In addition, you could also buy them. And it's not just leveling that requires you to use all these resources. Upgrading weapons also requires you to use a lot of resources and money. Enhancement stones cost a lot of money to obtain, not to mention that you need to destroy a lot of gear that you find in order to get them. This kinda defeats the purpose of having one character access all classes because the game forces you to destroy the gear of other classes in order for you to upgrade what you already have. Could this be a design flaw, or is it a system meant to be there? I'm not really sure. Combat controls are a bit cumbersome at first, but they're easy to get used to, don't worry about it. The game features a lock-on system and a target cycling system that makes it foolproof. So even if you look away with your mouse or basically just misclick, don't worry, if you got it locked on, you can still hit your target. Enemies also drop a lot of items and resources, which is great because leveling up might be a pain in the butt if this isn't so. In addition, they also drop these orbs that heal you, therefore taking some pressure off of the support characters. Kill stealing might be a problem for this game too, since it's mostly for a free-for-all in wide open areas like the first dungeon, as you can see here. And because this is a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, you're very much encouraged to join groups and raid areas as a team. The game system is designed in a way that it will be very hard for just one character to plow through the whole stage by himself, so each character class ends up complementing one another. The tank stays in front to soak up the damage, the support heals the tank and buffs the damager's damage output, and the damager stays at the back casting crowd control spells and high damage single target spells. They're your pretty standard MMORPG roles, so if you've played other MMOs with these classes before, Skyforge raids will definitely be a breeze. Skyforge's community is composed of a bunch of newbies, which is understandable given that the game has just launched open beta. There are a lot of players from all over the world in this game, and it's fun to see that this mix of cultures doesn't really promote that much hate and bullying. People help each other out via the chat. Even their in-game behavior during combat doesn't show signs of corruption as of yet. Well, of course, through time, as players get stronger, this is bound to change. But for now, enjoy the peace and harmony. My main concern in this game is that it might turn into a pay-to-win. The game's leveling and reward system might be open for abuse, since you can literally pay to level up or upgrade your gear, therefore giving you an edge over your other non-paying friends. Is Skyforge gonna be reduced to another sad excuse for a free-to-play game? Well, that remains to be seen. The user interface is a bit confusing. There are a lot of buttons that need to be remembered, but I guess after a few hours of playing Skyforge, you're gonna get used to it. Other than that, the user interface has everything that you need. Pressing the escape button is gonna lead you to the tabs that you have to go to, like the inventory, the upgrades, costumes, or the Ascension Atlas. It's not hard to find your way in Skyforge, since the user interface also offers a descriptive minimap on your screen, and waypoints are displayed in your HUD, along with other necessary information such as the chat box, the chat log, party members, the health of your party members, and quest objectives. The quest objectives you could automatically approach by aiming at it and then pressing space. The quests, however, are a bit lackluster. They're your standard MMORPG quests. Find this, kill this, help this person, interact with this number of things. It's basically a chore. The game will have you running around to do these chores that you otherwise won't do if you're a god. Well, I guess that's why you're their errand boy, right? Because you're just an immortal and they're gods. It's a good thing that lag isn't an issue in this game. I've played for quite some time straight and haven't experienced any stuttering. However, I did experience getting kicked out often because of this error. Yeah, that. I'm sure it's gonna be patched soon. Well, I hope it gets patched soon. Otherwise, it's gonna be the downfall of this game. Who would want to keep playing and then all of a sudden get kicked out of the server, therefore losing their momentum? Or what if you're in a high-octane raid and all of a sudden you just get kicked out and all your teammates are looking for you because you're the only support character? I mean, these are the situations that you could be faced with this current problem. I hope My.Games and Alod's team fixes this soon. Graphically, this game is amazing, yet it manages to squeeze that much eye candy down to something playable by a mid-range PC like mine. With an added bonus of being able to run it at about 60 FPS or so, with drop-downs to 30 FPS with minimal stuttering during high-octane scenes. Look at it! Just look at it! AAA graphics right there, right? And this is medium settings, guys. The rendering of spells are not eye-popping, but for a game that markets itself as a AAA title, it does meet the standards. The armor and weapon details help make the game. However, the armor featured here doesn't really protect you. It's more of a costume. The defense stats are based on your Ascension Atlas and the stats bonuses you gain from the items you obtain. Costumes can be unlocked via quests if you're a free user. I am sure that as we progress throughout the game, there will be other ways of unlocking different costumes, and also you could buy them, I guess. The cutscenes in this game are also up to par with the AAA standard. The voice acting is good, the NPCs have a lot more to them than just being talking boxes because they help the story flow. I guess flow is a good word for it. Take a look at these cutscenes. It's more like these gods have turned you into one of their errand boys, forcing you into responding to them by giving you one option as a response.
Will explain it.
The game features a whole range of environments, ranging from urban modern areas, tropics, and an observatory among others. There are a lot of places I haven't been to yet, but so far these are quite fleshed out. They got all the necessary details, including ambient audio that would really put you in the zone. And speaking of audio, the characters in Skyforge are mute. Yeah, I guess the developers were turning their attention instead to attack sound effects, ambient sound and music, monster sound effects, and those user interface clicking noises. NPC voice acting is also good, but not mind-blowing. Nevertheless, it doesn't really take away much from the story, but it would help if there were additional voice clips used just to make the whole world that much more real. The game also has a ton of bonuses. It features an easy access market, just press N and you'll be able to buy and sell stuff you may need. Money isn't a problem since every quest rewards you generously, although there's an added bonus if you're a premium user. Resources aren't a problem since you can grind in an area with a certain resource. Quests are area based, so there's not that much confusion for beginners. Also, you can dance in this game. And on top of that, Skyforge has Alienet. It's kind of like Facebook, but it's just within Skyforge. Alienet is like a Facebook of the gods. It's designed to help facilitate the formation of groups and guilds so you guys could raid better, or so you could recruit people that complement your character's class. In addition, the game's just 10 gigs big, so it's a pretty average thing for a AAA title and wouldn't hurt your hard drive so bad. That's a good bonus, right? To sum up, let's talk about the pros and cons of Skyforge. As for the pros, you got a AAA game that looks the part and feels the part. Character creation system is superb. It's comparable to other AAA games like Saints Row or Sims. Well, not exactly Sims 4, but maybe Sims 3. The design work on the NPCs, the enemies, and the environment are well thought of. It's got quality voice acting for the NPCs, it's got quality environments, and a wide array of monsters. Skyforge also features a unique leveling system via the Ascension Atlas and a cool social network of the gods in the form of Alienet. Auto groups generated by the Alienet or by the group finder are well balanced and the community is quite helpful. As for the cons, the game kicks you out from the server every now and then. The audio for the character you're playing does not exist. Yes, you're mute. There's a limited number of ways your character could look like because of the limited costume choices. Also, the leveling up system might be prone to abuse by the paying users. Yeah. And that's it for Skyforge. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and be updated with the latest game reviews. Once again, this has been Chad from Game Review HQ, and see you again in the next video. Goodbye.